Så hablar about the new Rabanne 1 Million Night Elixir. So looking at the notes, I'm thinking it's something with the OG and it mixed with something else in the line. Looking at the bottle though, I'm truly hoping it's something that goes in the line of the epic 1 Million Privé. So let's hope for the best. So 50 ml for 1 Million Night Elixir cost me around 90 bucks. That was with a coupon though, so it was a bit less expensive. So let's take a quick look at the bottle, and I actually feel this is one of the best versions of this design. But I mean, other than this part, it definitely is very similar to previous bottles. So let's try it on and see what it smells like. Okay, a tiny bit of freshness in the opening. Or actually not that tiny. There's definitely a bit of freshness in the opening. I also feel there's a spicy kick in the opening. So basically, at least based on my very first few sprays of it, this opens up with quite a nice dose of freshness together with a bit of spicy warmth. But things are moving really fast with this one, and in like 2 or 3 minutes, a really nice ambery warm kind of sweetness together with vanilla is pushing through. Yeah, this is sweet for sure, but I do feel that the contrast between the freshness and spiciness in the opening and the warmer amber sweetness and vanilla is really nice. So 1 Million Night Elixir is supposed to have maple syrup, and I do think there's something maple syrup-ish. But as someone who absolutely loves maple syrup on pancakes, I do not feel it smells exactly like real maple syrup. So the hotter 1 Million Night Elixir, at least based on my very first initial impression of it, is definitely all about quite a sweet dose of something maple syrup-ish together with a really nice dose of vanilla, which I think in a way comes from the OG Elixir. So at this point, it's definitely spicy warm. You still have a bit of soft freshness to it, very sweet with vanilla, and I do find that there's a really nice amber warmth to it all. So just to compare, I'm gonna spray on the OG Elixir on my right arm and the epic 1 Million Privé somewhere up here. So let's do a quick comparison. Okay, definitely a bit different if you compare it to the OG 1 Million Elixir, except for the vanilla. And a bit of, I mean, I'm basically comparing the heart of 1 Million Elixir to the openings of the other two, but based on this like quick comparison, I definitely feel it has something similar to 1 Million Privé, and there's definitely something from the OG 1 Million Elixir in this one. The lack of rose in Million Night Elixir definitely gives it a bit of a twist if you compare it to the OG 1 Million Elixir, and the lack of tobacco in 1 Million Night Elixir definitely pulls it away at least a little bit from 1 Million Privé. So I do feel in a way that they definitely were aiming for something with a bit of 1 Million Privé vibes and build that upon the base of 1 Million Elixir. But I mean, right away, if you compare 1 Million Elixir Night with the original, this is definitely, at least to my nose, a lot spicier, definitely a lot warmer, richer, and definitely a lot sweeter. I mean, the OG Elixir definitely had quite a bit of sweetness to it, but I do feel this is a lot sweeter, definitely warmer, and the OG Elixir definitely does not have the spicy warmth that the new Elixir Night has. Drop a like on this video and let me know in the comments if you want me to do like a proper comparison of 1 Million Night Elixir, the OG, and like at least Privé. But I waited a few minutes to let 1 Million Privé move a bit into the heart of it, and while there are some similarities, I do feel that one clear difference is the quite intensely sweet maple syrup that you can find in this that pulls it away from 1 Million Privé. So simplified, just based on my initial first impressions of 1 Million Night Elixir, it's almost like if 1 Million Elixir, the OG, and Privé had a baby, but definitely with quite a bit of a twist to it. The more the whole thing moves into the dry down, in a way, I do feel that the whole thing is basically that the drawdown is basically an extension of the heart of it, and I do feel that this is still very much focused on that maple syrup-ish kind of sweetness together with quite a prominent dose of vanilla. It still has a bit of spicy warmth. It's pretty much like everything you had at the heart of it is amplified, made richer, deeper and warmer in the dry down. But I do feel a key difference in the dry down is its amber warmth and shine. I do feel that part is even better now in the dry down. So let's talk about the vibe for 1 Million Night Elixir. This is definitely what I feel is quite a sexy vibe. Its intense sweetness and its intense amber warmth and shine definitely gives the whole thing quite a flirty, playful and sexy vibe. When it comes to the performance, I obviously need to wear this thing more. However, based on how it sits on my skin and the scent cloud I have around me, I definitely feel this is something that moves into something that is more on the stronger side of things. At least on my skin, 1 Million Night Elixir is definitely not a weak one. And like right now, based on my very initial first few sprays, I'm gonna put the performance somewhere around 8 or 8.5. So let's talk about compliments and mass appeal. This is another 1 million. Basically, pretty much the entire line is quite a mass appealing one, and I do feel that this intense dose of sweetness together with its amber warmth and shine is definitely quite a mass appealing one. This is definitely a modern sweet scent that most people will enjoy getting away from. So let's talk a bit about the usage. I do feel that this quite intensely sweet and quite warm scent is perfect for like spring, fall and winter. I'm definitely going to try a 1 Million Night Elixir on summer nights though. However, I do feel this is more for the cooler parts of the year. As for occasions, I mean, I do feel this is pretty much perfect for date nights and going out. The vibe here is sexy, flirty and playful, which is the reason why I think this is pretty much perfect if you're going on a date. And its mass appeal and performance does make it a great choice for going out. So who is 1 Million Night Elixir for? Now this is a tricky one, so I highly recommend you to try it before you buy it. So like I previously said, I do feel this has a bit of, at least like the vanilla from the OG, and a bit of 1 Million Privé. However, do not go and blind buy 1 Million Elixir Night thinking it's gonna be exactly the same as Privé or the OG. It doesn't have the rose from the OG Elixir and it doesn't have the tobacco from Privé. So those are some key differences between this and these. But I feel the baseline here is that you should know that you absolutely love sweetness in fragrances, and not just sweetness, quite a bit of it. So that's a good baseline. If you absolutely love sweet fragrances, then you most likely enjoy this, as long as you think that you will enjoy something maple syrup-ish together with vanilla. I think the amber side of it is really nice, but then again, I do enjoy amber warmth and shine in fragrances. But if you're someone who usually dislike amberiness in fragrances, then yeah, stay away. So what are some alternatives to 1 Million Night Elixir? Obviously, the OG 1 Million Elixir is an alternative. It's basically all about the combination of vanilla and rose on what I think is a softly woody base. The OG definitely has quite a bit of a sweetness to it. However, I do not feel it's as intensely sweet as the new one. Pretty much the whole line is a mix of compliment, but I mean 1 Million Elixir is a compliment monster. 1 Million Royal is still one of my favorites in the line, and it's basically a spicy and amber scent with a really smooth dose of woodiness with a gorgeous contrast thanks to lavender. At least to my nose, it has this sort of almost bubblegumish kind of sweetness to it that I think is really nice together with its amber warmth and shine. One of my final thoughts on Rabanne 1 Million Elixir Night, or was it 1 Million Night Elixir? There's a bit of like a little bit of uniqueness to it, but at the same time I do feel there's something quite familiar about it. As someone who usually enjoys quite intensely sweet fragrances, I definitely enjoy this. However, at the same time, I don't think, at least right now, that I'm blown away. For a sweet fragrance, this smells really good, and I know it will pull in a ton of compliments. However, at the same time, I do feel that a 1 Million Night Elixir will most likely be redundant to someone who already has a lot of vanilla focused fragrances. While the maple syrup-ish part definitely gives this at least a little bit of a twist, I also feel in a way that this feels quite familiar. So this is what I want to hear from you. How do you feel about Rabanne 1 Million Night Elixir? Do you feel it's an absolute banger? Do you feel it's absolutely bad? Or is it just me? Let me know in the comments. Please drop a like and subscribe for more, and make sure you check out my other videos over there.